Hi, everyone. What I want to do is go over 144S in the book. So here's the problem. And I do have a solution on Blackboard, but I figured I would do a video on it because, yeah, maybe this will help you do the homework. I think it's the last collected homework problem for homework 2. Okay. So, and pay no attention to my handwritten notes here. I should get rid of it, but anyway. All right, so Eric deposits X into a savings account at time 0, which pays interest at a nominal rate of I compounded semi-annually. So semi-annual means twice a year. Mike deposits 2X into a different savings account at time 0, which pays simple interest at an annual rate of I. So it's the same I. Eric and Mike earn the same amount of interest during the last 6 months of the 8th year. Calculate I. Right. Okay, so really not that bad of a problem, but all right, so let's get to it. Okay, so let's first get the effective annual interest rate for Eric. So, so it's a little confusing, but I2 is what the book is calling I here. And I should say this is also a former exam FM problem. So if you're an actuary major, this is really good to really understand well. I mean, I think in general, it's a nice problem that you understand it tests that you understand very basic concepts of this course. Okay, so the effective effective annual interest rate for Eric is, well, in general, it's 1 plus I2 over 2 squared minus 1. Okay, well, I2 is I. Maybe this is confusing that I have quotation marks, but yeah, so this is really I. Okay. Okay, so let's say A of T is the amount in Eric's account after T years. Okay, so this is just going to be, well, A sub 0, okay, and that's going to be X. Okay. So the problem says Eric deposits X into a savings account at time 0. Okay, we have the effective annual interest rate. It's going to be this right here. So we take this plus 1. The ones cancel. So it's fine. It's up a bit. Oops. That 10 issues here. Okay, so it's going to be 1 plus I over 2 squared to the T. This is the effective annual interest rate right here, what's in the bracket. So it's X times your effective annual interest rate to the T. So this is going to be X 1 plus I over 2 to the 2T. Okay. All right, so the interest earned in the last 6 months of the 8th year for Eric, the interest earned in the last 6 months of the 8th year is going to be, well, it's the amount more that you have in the 8th year versus 6 months into the 7th year. So it's A of 8 minus A of 7.5. Okay. So this is going to be, just plug into here, x1 plus I over 2 to this 2 times 8 is going to be 16. 7.5 times 2 is 15. A little neater. Okay. So again, the interest earned in the last 6 months of the 8th year is how much more you have after 8 years versus after 7.5 years. So you just subtract the two. Okay. And well, you have 2 unknowns here, but what you could do is factor out an x1 plus I over 2 to the 15th. So Exam FM really likes to test some basic math, bizarrely likes to test some basic math that has absolutely nothing to do with finance, but you know, if you ever complain about that, well, it's not like I write the exams for Exam FM to be an actuary, so it is what it is, I like to say. So I do that, I get 1 plus I over 2 to the 1 here, minus 1. 1's cancel. So this is going to be x 1 plus I over 2 to the 15th times I over 2. Okay. All right, so we're done with Eric. Let's say, let's now do Mike. Okay, so let's say B of T is the same thing as the amount in not Eric, but Mike's account after T years. Okay. So this is going to be the amount in Mike's account after T years. So this is simple interest. Mike, how much does Mike deposit into the account? He deposits 2x into the savings account at T equals 0. So just using simple interest with simple interest rate I, it's 1 plus IT. Okay. I is the same simple interest amount as, well, so in the problem, I is both the simple interest rate and this nominal interest rate compounded semi-annually, compounded twice a year. Okay, okay, so just like here, the amount of interest earned in the last 6 months for Mike is B of 8 minus B of 7.5. So B of 8 minus B of 7.5 is going to be 2x 1 plus 8t, sorry, 8i, not 8t, t is 8, minus 2x. And so just like before, we're not going to factor, but we're going to simplify. Sorry, again, pen issue here. All right, so I just distribute. You can see the 2x's are going to cancel, and we're just going to be left with xi. So in particular, let me just distribute. It's going to be 2x plus 16xi minus 2x plus 15x. That's what happens if I distribute the 2x here. So, right. two x's cancel, 16 minus 15 is 1. So it's just xi. So xi is going to be equal to this here. Okay? We're just equating the interest earned in the last 6 months for Eric and Mike. Sorry, I forgot the name they used for the first one. It's Eric. Okay. All right, so we're finishing off the problem by just setting the two to be equal. Okay, so x times I over 2. Let me move this up front, the I over 2. Not that it matters that much. So I'm just taking the x, I'm just taking this I over 2 and putting it up front. It's 1 plus I over 2 to the 15th equals xi. Right, so you can cancel right, you cancel both sides, the xi's on both sides. And what I want to do is bring the 2 over, so this just becomes a 1. So what do I have? I have 1 plus I over 2 to the 15th equals 2. And all you do now is solve right. So all you do is solve for I. So I is going to be 0.0946. Okay. All right. Hopefully that helped. And if you have any questions, do let me know. Again, this course is just going to get harder. Again, it's the way it is. It is what it is. It's a course designed to prepare you, or to begin to prepare you for the exam FM for actuaries. It's a tough exam, tough material, tough course. So do ask me questions if you have any. But all right, yeah, so long, take care, bye-bye.